Well, hello, righty-tighty, here we go again. Now we're going to look at parabolas today in this lesson. We've previously looked at parabolas that had this formula, which was y equals ax squared, but now we're going to add a q. Let me just write an example here. We're going to say, let's say 2x squared plus 4. Now this is basically exactly the same as we've done before. Do you remember in our previous lessons we've said that y equals ax squared, that has nothing there, goes through the origin, which means that this q is going to have something to do with my y-axis, that is not going to go through the origin but somewhere else, and that is correct. Q is going to be our y-intercept. Our y-intercept, where our Q will, oh my goodness, as I always say, oh shame, there we go. Q is going to be somewhere on the y-axis. Now let's have a look at the example I've given there. We can still use the table method. So let's just start with x and y, and we're going to use this. Y equals 2x squared plus 4. I'm going to use, let's make it easy for ourselves, -1, 0 and 1. Let's put it into our formula. Y equals 2 -1 squared plus 4. So it's going to be 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 4 is going to be 6. So it's going to be 6. Y equals 2 0 squared plus 4. Now anything times 0 is going to give me 0, plus 4 is going to be 4. And this is exactly where you should now see something. What do we see there? What do we see there? Oh my goodness, let me just redo that. Okay, I'm going to select this, otherwise it's going to drive me absolutely crazy. Let me just move this down a bit. Okay. So this 4, where x is 0, where's x 0? It's just my y-axis. There's the 4. That should tell you something, but we'll get there again. So then the last one is going to be y equals 2 1 squared plus 4, and that will also give me 6. So let's draw this baby. Right, -1 and 6 is going to be there, and +1 and 6 is going to be there, and now 4, 0 and 4 is going to be there. So if I draw it now, oh no man, for goodness sake, women, there we go. It's the worst parabolas ever, but in any case you get the idea. It looks like a fox. Okay, it should actually be a bit more round, but yeah. Okay, so this is now y equals 2x squared plus 4. Yeah, at my vertex, at my turning point, it's going to be 0, 4. My turning point is 0, 4. My intercept for my y, just quickly want to make that 0 degrees. There we go. There we see that. There, right there, on 4. This, that is my y-intercept. That is my y-intercept. And in this case, that is exactly where my turning point is. So this q, in a case like this, is our y-intercept and our turning point as well. It's not always going to be like that. There will be changes that you're only going to learn in grade 11, But for now, in our formulas that we in our work that we do in grade 10, it's just going to be that my y-intercept is going to be my turning point as well. Just put in the others. That coordinates are going to be -1 and 6, and the other one is going to be 1 and 6. So what does it tell me? When I have a q in my formula, doesn't matter if it's a positive or a negative, that is going to give me my y-intercept. So let me show you what happens if I actually do have a negative in my y-intercept. Let's say it is going to be y equals 2x, exactly like we've had before, but now we're going to say -4. That should already give you an indication of what is going to happen. I have a -4. In my head, I already know where my turning point is going to be. Please see that in the example that we've done first, there's a positive there. Oops. There's a positive there, which means if you look at the parabola, the arms are facing upwards, which is a smiley face because it's positive. So it opens upwards. That graph is getting worse and worse by the second. I should stop holding a pen. Alright, now let's have a look here. Delete, delete, and dilute. Sorry, that will become annoying after a while. Okay, so 2x, man, -1 squared minus 4 is now going to be 2 minus 4, which is going to be -2. Then, as we already know, if we have with a turning point where x is going to be 0, my answer is going to be -4. Well, hello, -4, -4, where x is 0. And for my last one, 1 squared minus 4 is also going to be -2 again. Alright, let's go. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to draw it. Let's draw it in green. -1 and -2 is going to be there. 0, 4 is going to be there, and 1 and -2 is there. So if I'm going to draw my fake it until we make it, baby. So that is going to be +1 and -2. That is going to be -1 and -2, and my turning point is going to be, or my y-intercept is going to be at 0, -4. Do you see what happens? The q determines where my parabola cuts my y-axis, and you can see here with this type of equation, the only thing that happens is my graph, it looks exactly the same. It's still 2x squared, but the one is +4 and the other is -4. 2x squared minus 4, which now means it means that what had happened to my graph, it went from +4 to -4. So it just got translated by 8 units. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It moved 8 units down. So my q determines where my y-intercept is, and in grade 10 we can also see that if we change the q in the same equation, it is just going to give us vertical movement up and down our y-axis. Okay. So what can also happen is we can have a negative a. So our intercept is still going to be exactly the same. I'm just going to delete all this and let's have a look. Right. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 4 is going to give me negative 6. This is still going to give me only negative 4, and this is going to give me negative 6 again. So it's going to be negative 6, 0, negative 6. What happens now? Negative 1, negative 6, there we go. Why did I write 0 there? Sometimes, you just have to keep your eye on me. Alright, there we go. There's our turning point again at negative 4, while our intercept is at y equals negative 4, and then 1, negative 6. So if I draw my parabola now, well, better than the previous attempts, it's going to be y equals negative 2x squared minus 4. Look at that. I now have a negative a. It's looking downwards. It's looking downwards, yes. It has a frowny face. My arms open up downwards. So remember, my a sign determines if it's a smiley or a frowny face, meaning either upwards open-ended arms or downwards open-ended arms. And in this case, you will see that was y equals negative 2x minus 4, and in that case it was y equals positive minus 4. Both of them had a minus 4. Both of them cut the y-axis at negative 4. This is just a negative 2 for my a value, and the other is a positive 2, so it just determines to which way my arms go, upwards or downwards. I hope this helps. You can do quite a few of these. I'm going to start with range and domain in our next example.